Good morning, once again on my journey. Today I'm just gonna tell you what's going on. It's raining outside. Um, Horrible, not really nice, very wet. So decided not to take Ziggy out this morning because if I go to work, he'll be absolutely soaking. He'll be shivering while he's on his own because I won't have time in between that to wipe him down properly and hair dry him and everything else. So we decided to stay in this morning. Hopefully we'll be back on it tomorrow, but I think they said it's going to rain until Wednesday. But we'll have to wait and see. So what I'd like to talk about really is me, obviously, the way that I am, and I just figured something out that I always used to say to Alicia's mum, you know what, you tell absolutely fantastic stories. Why don't you write a book? Because the way that you tell them is absolutely brilliant, and you've always got everybody on, listening to what you're saying very carefully, and you know, it's very funny. The stories are absolutely amazing. They are brilliant. And I always say to her, you know what, Jen, you should, because she suffers with bipolar, but you know, and sometimes she's always in and she likes company around her and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I thought, well, you know what? I think this would be absolutely fantastic for you to write a story, give you something to do, because and just get it published and get it printed. I would say this to her all the time, all the time. I'd say it to her every time I'd go around. I'd say, Jen, have you started writing the book yet? She'd say, oh no, I haven't, and find an excuse or put it off and say, yeah, I will, but and we're talking years ago now, and it's never come through to fruition. So what I'm doing is, and I think it's really, sometimes subconsciously, you're telling other people to do things, but you should be doing it yourself. Because no one can write a story about you better than you, because you've lived it. You know the emotions that you've gone through. You know the pain, the happiness, the joy. The as well as the up times, the down times. Those joyous moments that you've had. So nobody can tell your story better than you, for whatever you've done. So today, what I've done is I've started to write the story about the Hungry Penguin Pancake Company. Obviously, within that, it's still going to be about our family life as well and how we came up to this point. But I'm starting it from obviously the time of, I think it's probably about 3 years ago now, or probably four years ago, of when we actually thought about this. But I'll go back and I'll definitely check, but I'm sure it was probably 4 years ago, going up to 4 years when we had the idea for it. So I'm going to tell that story from that point and go through with it. I think it's going to be very helpful. To show that anybody really can, have a dream, and with that dream, write things down, plan it, stick to what you're going to say, and say, you know what, just going to go for it, regardless of anything else, regardless of how long it takes, we're going to go for it. So with me writing this story about us, this is really going to show us, myself, my family, and they've got kids, that there's a story there for them about how we actually started this company, and to see where it goes, to see if we do end up having a shop, if we do end up having a small little pancake restaurant type business going on, bricks and mortar, or is it just going to go into a franchise of knocking these things out. Sometimes things have got a strange way of changing the dynamics just a little tiny bit, so we'll just have to wait and see on that. But we do know that we do want to grow, as I said yesterday, our business, our little empire at the moment, which it is a little empire, but you know what, it's it's our little empire, but it seems like we're on a mountain. We seem like giants. So we're only going to get bigger. We're only going to get stronger. So yeah. So writing this story about basically how it all started from the morning of getting up and not knowing anything about it at all, that we was actually going to, when we came back from the week's holiday, that we'd actually be thinking about running a pancake business. So this is how things come into play or come into your existence or come into your life, and you know you don't really expect it to happen, but something triggers that, and next thing you know, a few years down the line, you've got a business. So I'm just going to tell the story about the day leading up to travelling down there, the week, what we did, and on the way back. So I'll tell that story, and then what I'll do is I'll tell stories of our meeting, the way that me and Alicia met, when we had the kids, when we had the house, when we lost the house, all the trials and tribulations that we've been through, all the the worry, the stress, the heartache until we got up to this point. Me doing stupid things, and being lucky to still have a beautiful woman and beautiful kids, so I can look back and actually tell this story. As I said, I'm gonna put everything down on paper.